Tonight's reminder comes from a reminder from Sheikh Salih bin Fawzan al-Fawzan from Hafidahullah, may Allah protect him, from Majalis Ramadan. And it's actually a beautiful section where he talks about the drink of paradise. Now, في ذكر أشربة أهل الجنة. Look at how he compares. Look at how he talks about the drink of paradise, and even though it shares the same name with some of the drinks in this world that are known, but still it's not the same in its true reality. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, He says, فيها أنهار, that in paradise there are rivers, من ماء غير آسن, with water, rivers of water, وأنهار من لبن لم يتغير, and rivers of milk which doesn't change its taste, طعمه, لم يتغير طعمه, وأنهار من خمر لذة للشاربين, and there are rivers of intoxicant, of khamar, and it's a beautiful taste for those who drink it. وأنهار من عسل مصفى, and rivers of honey, pure. وَلَهُمْ فِيهَا مِنْ كُلِّ الثَّمَرَاتِ, and for them in it is all thamarat, all the fruits that they want, and it's in its perfect sense. SubhanAllah. Surah Muhammad verse 15. Sheikh Salih bin Fawzan says, Allah, it is a beautiful reminder and great work from the Shaykh. Look what he says. هَذِهِ الْأَشْرِبَةُ هِيَ أَشْرِبَةُ أَهْلِ الدُّنْيَا. We recognize that these, he says, drinks, the names are from the names of the drinks in this life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned it, that it's going to be in paradise. But it differs, he says, from the drinks that are present and available in this dunya, which the people know. Even though the names are the same, the meaning the same, but he says, the true reality, the haqiqah, and the kayfiyya, and how it is different. Because if you look at the drink of the dunya, then first and foremost, the drinks in this life, they are limited. They will end. But the drink in paradise, the drinks that are in paradise, it will never end. It's limitless. And also the drinks in the dunya is a small amount in terms of its size and quantity. But the drinks in the hereafter, in paradise, is unlimited. And the amount is so much. أنهار تجري, rivers that flow. والأشربة التي في الدنيا تتغير وتفسد. And the drinks that are present in this world, you will find that they go off. The drinks, they go off. Like milk. Milk becomes sour and it goes off. نعم ولكن الأشربة التي في الجنة, it doesn't go, it's always flowing. It's always fresh. فالماء إذا حبس, so water for example, if you were to contain it in a container or in a place where it's not moving, then sooner or later, it will bring about some smell. And it will taste different. But as for the water that is present in paradise, it doesn't change. Abadan, at all. And nor does it become, nor does it change its taste or smell. So whether that water is flowing or that water is still. In paradise, it's always pure. And the milk in this life, if you leave the milk out of for a day or 2 or 3 days, again, it will become sour and it will lose its taste. And it may even ferment. As for the milk in paradise, فَإِنَّهُ لَا يَتَغَيَّرْ طَعْمُهُ, then his drink, his taste doesn't change. No matter how long it stays in its place, still it doesn't change. No matter how many times one doesn't use it, it still doesn't change in its perfect sense. Tasty, more tastier than the milk in this world. world. فإنه دائم طيب لا يتغير. Even the intoxicants in this life, the khamr, like alcohol and drugs, then in this life they are evil and they have bad smell. If you look at alcohol, for example, he says it has a bad smell. مزيلة للعقل, it makes you lose your mind. مسكرة, and drunk, makes you drunk. تجر على أصحابها الويلات, such that much corruption it leads its companion, the one who's drinking it. It leads it to much corruption. And how many times we see that even in this country? This country, they love to drink alcohol. They love to go to the pub. Before 12 o'clock comes, they sing God Save the Queen, and everybody goes home. Now, since Blair came, he left it 24 hours, made it worse. SubhanAllah. One time, I remember in the hospital, Qadarullah, we saw a policeman with a drunkard man. I said to him, I just asked him out of the blue, has it become worse or better since this 24-hour, drink as much as you like for 24 hours a day, whatever you want? He said, the policeman said it's become worse. It's become worse. Before, we used to look forward to that national anthem at 12 o'clock. God Save the Queen, they used to say, and then everybody goes home, goes to sleep. But now there's none of that anymore. Because now, 1 o'clock, people in the streets drinking alcohol, drunk. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and you can probably hear the ambulances as well as the police. So it's become worse. تَجُرَّ عَلَيْهِمُ الْفَسَادِ, it leads them to corruption. And there was an individual, which remember, a Muslim, he drank alcohol. And because of that, when he got drunk, it was a reason for him to kill a man and a woman and a dog in the house. Why? Because he was attached to the daughter, and they didn't want him to marry this daughter. And this individual got attached to the daughter, and when the parents, they said to him, English parents, they said to him, don't marry, go away. He was drunk that night. He came to their house, and he killed the mother, the father, and the dog with a hammer. Subhanallah. And now he's still in prison for life. This is Muslim. How many times it happens now? Muslims falling into the way of the kuffar. Subhanallah. And sometimes even on the radio, they mention about lots of problems regarding alcohol and regarding the intoxicants in this life. Shaykh Salih Fawzan says, تَجُرَّ عَلَيْهِمْ فَسَادٍ, it leads them to corruption and leads them to losing their minds. How many people, they complain now of drink driving? People die. People get killed because of drink driving. Shaykh Salih Fawzan says, فَهِيَ أُمُّ الْخَبَائِثِ, it is the mother of all evils. وَقَدْ حَرَّمَهَا اللَّهِ, and Allah has made it prohibited, and His Messenger ﷺ. وَأَجْمَعَتِ الشَّرَائِعُ عَلَى تَحْرِيمِ خَمْرِ الدُّنْيَا, and all the legislations, even in the previous books, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned that the khamr is haram, is prohibited. وَأَيْضًا تُورِثُ الْمَرَضَ, and it brings about sickness in the body. How many times we hear about liver disease, kidney disease, because of drinking? وَيُصَابُ مُدْمِنُهَا بِفَسَادِ جِسْمِهِ, and likewise, the one who continuously drinks it, he corrupts his body, and it brings about destruction to himself, and sicknesses, illnesses, مُتَعَصِّيَةً لَا يُمْكِنُ عِلَاجِهَا, not possible to cure that individual anymore. So sick. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called it in the Quran, rijs, that which is evil and disgusting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ الشَّيْطَانِ أَن يُوقِعَ بَيْنَكُمُ الْعَدَاوَةَ وَالْبَغْضَاءَ فِي الْخَمْرِ وَالْمَيْسِرِ وَيَصُدَّكُمْ عَنْ ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ وَعَنِ الصَّلَاةِ فَهَلْ أَنْتُمْ مُنْتَهُونَ. Indeed, Allah, He says, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ, Allah says that shaitan wants to bring about enmity between you. إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ الشَّيْطَانِ أَن يُوقِعَ بَيْنَكُمُ الْعَدَاوَةَ وَالْبَغْضَاءَ. He wants to bring about enmity and hatred between yourselves because of intoxicants, khamar. Whether that intoxicant is alcohol, whether that intoxicant is drugs, cocaine, heroin, nicotine, whatever it is, nicotine, all of that drugs.